Hello, I'm Peter Marzano.
This is Gabby Marzano.
And we're going to be going through the keys to the Stanley Cup final between the Chicago Blackhawks and the Philadelphia Flyers. I'm going to start out on how Philadelphia got to this point. They were only a 7th seed and made the playoffs on the last day of the regular season, and then they ended up facing the New Jersey Devils, a division powerhouse, in the first series. However, New Jersey was surprised as Philadelphia beat them 4-1. Then they fell behind 3-0 to the Boston Bruins, but however pulled off something that had only been done 3 times prior to that point in professional sports. The Philadelphia Flyers were able to come down from 3-0 and win the series. After that, they ended up beating the Montreal Canadiens 4-1 in the conference final, and now that's how they got themselves to the Stanley Cup final.
Going on with Chicago Blackhawks in Series 1 with the Predators. In Game 5 with Patrick Kane scoring with 13.6 seconds left, that's just incredible. Brought into overtime with Hossa. It was amazing. Then in Series 2 we had the Canucks won in Game 6, and then we had in Series 3, which was incredible, Shark sweep. I don't think anybody really expected the sweep. That was just really incredible.
Besides you. You called it.
Yeah, I did call it.
Yeah. She was one of the few that predicted a sweep, so I gotta give her some credit. So now we're gonna get to the Stanley Cup final now, and I want to talk about Dustin Byfuglien and Chris Pronger. Byfuglien is a very good power forward, and he's shown that this postseason, right, Gabby?
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to face a veteran Hart Trophy winner defenseman, Chris Pronger. How do you think this matchup is going to go?
No, they're both 2 tough players. It could be some big fights.
Yeah, one's a forward and one's a defenseman, obviously. That's something you got to point out. Now, Byfuglien's going to try and get to the net. Pronger's one of those guys that's going to stop him. So, how do you think Byfuglien's going to be able to get to the net on the power play?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. Philadelphia has a good defense.
They do.
And another thing that's really necessary to talk about is how big the media is going to emphasize this matchup. So this is really going to increase TV ratings. Are we considered media yet? I'm really not sure. But, that's going to be a big matchup, something that's going to attract a lot of casual fans who are starting to find out that there are more than 3 teams in the NHL. There's more teams than just the Red Wings, the Penguins, and the team with that Russian guy that dances around all the time with no teeth. So let's move on to the goaltending. I'm going to start with Michael Leighton. He's had a great postseason, hasn't he?
Yes.
He took over. He's a backup goalie. Their starting goalie, Ray Emery, got injured, and then Brian Boucher took over, and then he got injured. So now Michael Leighton, someone who was thrown around on waivers for just a couple years ago, is now in the Stanley Cup final. But he faced 2 teams that weren't really offensively minded. How do you think Michael Leighton's going to handle this Chicago team?
Well, this is his first time in the Cup, right? Yes. He might be nervous. It's going to be a big thing for him.
Yeah, this is a really powerful offense. He faced a deflated Boston team, and he also faced a very defensively minded Montreal team. So, on Antti Niemi, he's just been absolutely incredible, right?
Yeah, taking over Huey in lots of the season, too.
Yeah, Cristobal Huey was supposed to be the guy, but Antti Niemi proved that he was. He was not nominated for the Vezina Trophy or the Calder Trophy, but he definitely made an impact on the league this year, and I think he is definitely going to be a great goalie for years to come. So, Antti Niemi, a rookie goalie, has not won the Stanley Cup since Cam Ward did it in 2006, and he's turned out to be a pretty good goalie, I would assume. Antti Niemi now, he's going to have to face a really rough Philadelphia team. Now, in Game 5, when they faced the Canadiens, both teams were committing penalties, especially Philadelphia. Do you think discipline's a big key for Philadelphia in the series?
Yeah, I think so.
yeah, they've always been known as a penalty-taking team. So, do you think the Hawks' power play is going to really kick in and take advantage if Philadelphia doesn't become disciplined?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, look at the Canucks. They weren't very disciplined. The Hawks completely tore them apart. So, how about the defense for Chicago?
Especially with Keith, when he got those 7 teeth knocked out and he came back with an assist. I don't even know how to explain that.
Yeah, and Brent Sopel's been really good this postseason, right?
Yes, especially not even letting the puck to get to Niemi, and he just saves it with his whole body.
Yeah, it's been something good for Chicago this entire year. They've been that's why they have led the league in fewest shots on goal, because they don't let it get to the net. Their defense is a high shot blocking defense. And how about Nicholas Hjalmarsson? What has he proven?
His speed.
Yeah. When I'm at games, I could just see him. I don't know what that red thing marching down the ice is, and I go, oh, it's Nicholas Hjalmarsson.
And then
He's
you just see him
fast.
like lightning down the ice.
He can hit too. He's a young 22-year-old kid. He can be I think within the next year you'll see a lot of Hjalmarsson jerseys around the United Center. Now, as for Philadelphia, Chris Pronger's obviously the quarterback of this defense. He's won a Hart Trophy. He has an Olympic gold medal, and he also has a Stanley Cup. So that's a big 3 right there. That really has proven a lot. That shows a lot to Chris Pronger. He's a future Hall of Famer. He's probably going to end his career in Philadelphia. So, and then he's got Billy Lionel playing his best hockey. So, how about the offense for Chicago? What do you think about Jonathan Toews?
Yeah, he's been doing good these playoffs.
Yeah, Jonathan Toews is leading the NHL in points. And what offensive player do you think needs to step it up for Chicago?
What's your opinion for it?
I think it's Marian Hossa.
Yeah, he needs to step it up from the last couple of games.
Yeah, he's a great player. We picked him up for this reason. He scored 40 goals last year playing hurt. But, he's been to the Stanley Cup final 2 years in a row. And I think had he had played more solid last year in the Stanley Cup final, he did not score a goal in the Stanley Cup final last year. I think Detroit could have won the Cup last year if he would have played better. And Pittsburgh took advantage of that liability the Hossa had. So he's definitely going to be a big key. And while a lot of people are saying the Hawks are going to win the series quick, you're going to have Marian Hossa step it up if it's going to be that way.
Yes.
And how about Philadelphia? Mike Richards, he's a short-handed master, and you saw that in Game 5, right? Mm-hmm. Persistence, Yaroslav Halak fell down, and he just tipped it in. So, what do you think is going to happen on the penalty kill for Philadelphia in this series? Do you think Mike Richards is going to get a lot of breakaways, or is Chicago going to stop him?
Well, if Chicago can step up and stop those breakaways from happening, I think we can, get good.
Yeah, definitely. So, as for the forwards for Philadelphia, like I said, Mike Richards, you got Jeff Carter, who's also playing great. Claude Giroux playing his best NHL hockey right now. What's your prediction for the series? You're on a roll. You got the last one, right? Are you gonna?
I don't want to jinx myself. Of course I'm gonna say the Hawks, but I don't know. I'm gonna say Game 5.
I say Hawks in a 5. And I'm going to say this probably because Philadelphia is going to have a lot of trouble. They're playing a completely different team than the first 3 teams they played. So, Philadelphia is going to have a lot of trouble. So, this has been the Keys to the Cup. You can tweet us at Hawks pre and post. So long, everybody. Go Hawks.